beat, you did.
Man, let's get it. 30,000 and some jewelry just to show off. Walking with a limp, got a 30, bitch, go off. Triple Balenciaga, but
Hi, you guys. Woo! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And happy Mardi Gras. Woo! Today kicks off Mardi Gras season, Carnival season. I love how, it just keeps going. Y'all, do not be sad about the holidays being over. You know, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, spooky season, Thanksgiving, because literally the wheel just keeps on turning, and we are now entering Mardi Gras season. I love how Mardi Gras kicks off here in January and it goes all the way up into my birthday. Literally in March, I'm still partying for Mardi Gras. You know, I'm Creole. And it's closer towards, Lent and Fat Tuesday and getting ready for Easter and stuff like that. So yeah, happy Mardi Gras. And no, these beads are not from my season of Bad Girls Club. I literally still have all those beads with the Bad Girl Club, Bad Girls Club logo on it and everything. I save everything, y'all. Anything sentimental, I save. These are from my, oh my God, what the hell? These are from one of my mini trips to New Orleans. Woo! So yes, happy Mardi Gras. Speaking of Mardi Gras, shout out to this amazing candle company who made me this voodoo custom candle. These aren't my candles, but I love this company and they smell so good. So if you guys want to shop with them, the link will be in the description. I love that I inspired, a voodoo candle. It has a little voodoo doll on it. So shout out to them. Thank you for that. I'm just going to update you guys on some cool stuff. So my brother-in-law, my sister's husband, is the newest member of the Temptations. Woo! I think that's so cool. I love the Temptations. That is so iconic. The Temptations is literally one of the most iconic groups ever of our lifetime. And I love that, he's a part of it. So I think that's super dope for my family. Shout out to, my family for that. My mom loved the Temptations. If it's just my imagination. My girl, all of that stuff. So I think that's super dope. That's definitely a flex, okay? And I think it's cool. Literally, I've always been intertwined with celebrities. My cousin Mark, he worked at a radio station in the 90s in Chicago, and for my birthday when I was 7, I was young. He called me from the station and I picked up and I was so surprised because he had Mariah Carey on the phone and she sang me happy birthday. So that's super cool. And because people say we look alike, me and Mariah, we sound alike and stuff. I get that all the time. I look like so many people, y'all. I have a long list of people. But we're not going to get into that. But yeah, also my family in Chicago told me, that Young Dolph, rest in peace to Young Dolph, he was a distant cousin of mine. I didn't know him in his lifetime, but I think he's super dope. I love his music. He's legendary. And yeah, I think that's dope that he is a distant cousin of mine. So yeah, I think it's cool that, oh yeah, and I'm a celebrity, duh. Some BGC nostalgia, that quote. And speaking of nostalgia, my candles, Breakfast in Bed, they drop on January 11th, 111, along with my first single of 2024. It's called Voodoo Part 2. You guys are going to love it. It's super dope. The feature is dope. All of that. The beat, raw. But yes, my Breakfast in Bed candles are so cute, and they do drop next week on Thursday. So stay tuned for that. Keep your eye out. The pictures are all over social media. They're adorable. And I'm going to do an unboxing before they drop so you guys can see what you guys are getting and stuff like that. But yeah, so some cool stuff. I've been working. Oh, yes. And I'm casting for That's My Bestie on the Vortex Network. So if you want to apply, go down to the description and click the apply link. Okay? I'm so winded. I'm just hopping around subject to subject. But yeah, I'm super excited. You know what I'm saying? and I'm manifesting money. Yeah, I'm super excited, you guys. I don't know. There's a lot going on. I'm just super excited and optimistic, you know? I'm just in an energy of optimism. Okay? But yes, speaking of like breakfast in bed. Oh yeah. And shout out to Keith Lee while we're on food, talking about food. And this video is about food stamps. Shout out to Keith Lee, his top 3 of his list so far. I love that. The top 3 cities are where I'm rooted from. Y'all know my mom's side is from Louisiana. My mom's side is also in Houston. You know, Houston, Louisiana. Tomato, same food, delicious. And then Chicago is where my dad's side is from, and I was born and raised in Chicago. And I always tell you guys, Chicago has the best food ever, like ever. So if you guys are foodies and haven't been to Chicago, don't be scared. Y'all better go and get y'all some. And I'm not talking about deep dish. That's so touristy. I'll tell you guys where the real pizza spots is and where the real food is at, like the Italian beefs and the gym shoes. And, you know, like, we got everything. It's so bomb. Shout out to Mild Sauce. But yeah, Keith Lee, he knows some. Number 1, New Orleans. Number 2, Houston. And number 3, Chicago. Those were his top 3. And he is not wrong, okay? But speaking of food, I'm about to tell y'all a short story about that time I applied for food stamps. So, y'all, all my life, I've never gotten like government assistance. And there's nothing wrong with it. And now that I'm grown, I'm like, nah, I need that. You know what I mean? Because I was just thinking, I'm so grateful and thankful that, you know, I never went hungry. You know, my mother, she was a phenomenal cook. Every time I looked in the refrigerator, there was something to eat. She always had something yummy for me to eat. And me growing up as the only child, every time I went into the refrigerator, I didn't have to worry about like not eating certain stuff or not touching somebody else's food because it was literally just me and my mom and everything was mine that was hers, you know? So I'm just so thankful, you know, because groceries are so expensive, y'all. It is inflation right now. Things are crazy, okay? Like literally crazy. So if you get food stamps, you are so lucky because that is such a stain. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, I can't get food stamps. They always said, like, you know, I made too much, or growing up, my parents made too much. I just don't get government assistance. But my homeboy, you know, he does, and he has a hookup. So he's like, you know, I can, you know, help you or whatever. I'm like, dude, please, because who doesn't want free food? You know what I mean? Like, let's be serious. What? So he hooked me up. Like, I submitted my application, my ID, my birth certificate, all that stuff. And I'm excited because I'm thinking like, oh, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that. Tell me why. They hit me back and said, hi, we are aware that you were on BADDiES ATL. We need proof you don't work for them anymore. You're not on TV or, you know, intertwined with the industry and stuff. And I'm just like, what? And of course I'm not surprised because everywhere I go, people know me. I went to jail and people knew me, okay? Shout out to the correctional officer because she did her big one. I'm not going to say too much, but shout out to her. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, dang, I can't get food stamps. I'm like, what? You know, literally in the thumbnail of this video, it's a screenshot of the text that they sent me back. Literally like, girl, no, you were on BADDiES. I'm like, what? I mean, people who were on BADDiES is still in the food stamps office, okay? That's actually why I was inspired to try to get food stamps, you know, because ain't nothing wrong with it. So, you know, and the reason why I decided to make this video was because, you know, it's tax season and people are out here selling food stamps and stuff. I'm like, let me tell this funny story. And I was just so sad when they texted me back and said, I cannot get food stamps. I was like, what? My homeboy was like, dang, G. I'm like, what?